possession.
No doubt. We just talking about the locker room. But like I think it was Keldon Johnson or somebody. I forget who it was.
I think it was Derek White.
It was Derek White. Oh yeah, it was looking like he was about to reach out and foul, and just a little quick on the read. I got stuck on the same. We ran the same play twice and tried to get a very similar look. I tried to take a different route, and D-Lee was kind of under the pressure of trying to get the ball in 4 or 5 seconds, and kind of one of those bang plays that if it works, it's amazing. And get to the free throw line, maybe tie the game with 3 free throws, or at least make sure you get the foul and get to the line and extend the game. But it just didn't work out that way. So move on.
Steph, you guys are 12-12, and you should have more wins in that column. There was some close games. How do you manage your frustration, and what exactly are you frustrated with?
Losing sucks. We all know that, no matter what the reason is, and you can kind of nitpick each game and see, turnovers or fouls or offensive rebounds or whatever the case is on a nightly basis. Whatever it is, it leads to a loss. So, we don't want to be in a situation where we get used to a losing feeling. That's not who we are. It's not what we're about. We're playing well enough, as of late to be in most games, and down the stretch, just haven't been able to get it done for a very myriad of reasons. So it is frustrating. Obviously, no secret about that. You don't like walking off the court out of win. Tonight was just kind of one of those weird nights where back and forth. We had pretty good momentum going into the fourth, and they made a couple more plays down the stretch. So tough night.
Steve was just in here talking about your minute total, and they're going to keep it steady around 34, 35, 36-ish. Are you okay with that? I mean, particularly on nights like tonight where maybe pushing it in the fourth can get you a win?
Yeah, it's a topic that comes up a lot. We had a preseason, every game that is close is like, 2-3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Of course, I want to play, as many minutes as possible. And of course, I'm gonna keep subtly putting, letting them know how I feel based on a night-to-night basis. But we got to be in a position where we do things throughout 48 minutes that that plan of attack works, more nights than not. And obviously, if we have to make certain, reads and decisions, you kind of make those calls. But you can't be in a situation where that's, the nightly conversation. Because it is 72 games, so we obviously know that. But trying to put ourselves in a position to win and eventually turn the corner where we build momentum.
Steph, how are you feeling on a broader note? So you tweak your ankle early. The minutes are.
I feel great.
What is the balance this season, though, of not necessarily trying to burn out when you guys don't have Clay, but obviously, I mean, you want to win as much as possible?
I mean, we shouldn't have to play 40-plus minutes to win. We got to do things in the momentum of the game to put ourselves in a position. We obviously want to win. Players want to win. We have to, make those adjustments as a group. And the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter tonight was tough. We were up 4, went down double digits, made a small run, and found a way, to be a one-possession game down the stretch. So there's just, like I said, it's a nightly conversation of what we need to focus on, what we need to do better to win, and eventually we just got to execute. We're going to be a team that we're supposed to be.
Y'all done this year already, but what are the benefits or negatives to playing a team on back-to-back nights or 2 consecutive times?
I mean, it's helped us twice early in the season I think at home, playing against some good teams, we lost the first and came back, made adjustments, won the second one. We're going to have to be that team tomorrow night and find a way to get a win and get home on a good note. So it just allows you to kind of focus. It's that mini playoff type situation where win or lose, you got to make adjustments or prepare for adjustments that the other team's going to make. And really the second game is mostly execution. The team that executes better usually wins. So we got to be that team tomorrow.
What leads to just this kind of snowball effect of turnovers tonight? 20 of them. Are you subconsciously thinking, I don't want to turn the ball over, or is it just something that happens in the course of the game? And what leads to ending up with a night with 20 turnovers?
I mean, it just depends. Tonight we had really great intentions across the board. We were playing pretty fast, and San Antonio was trying to be physical and trying to play passing lanes and all that type of stuff. But mostly it's just either making a read that's just not there or trying to make a decision for somebody else on where they should cut or whatnot. And sometimes you just make the right pass and you just don't execute. It's basketball. Those nights tend to happen. The ones that are tough is when you're giving lob ball turnovers and they're coming down, getting an easy layup, or it turns into a three on the other end. Those are the tough ones. We had, from my memory, like 4 or 5 of those. So those are tough, especially on the road when you get a team momentum.
Steph, and there's been times when you lobbied Steve
Last one for
a little
Steph.
bit more. Have you given up on lobbying him, or do you think you'll be lobbying him down the road at all this season?
I mean, once again, it is that's not the conversation every night. We know that there's certain situations that you can press the issue a little bit, and I'm always, again, ready to go. But the good teams find a way to stick to the game plan and execute on a nightly basis, so you're not in that position. And that's where we're not there. So that's I'm basically what I'm trying to say is we're not talking about that. It's I know I'm not minutes I'm gonna play. Draymond's gonna play. Everybody is getting familiar with their rotations, and we just gotta play better.